EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in Silicon Valley. And with the foghorn bellowing behind us, that means it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers. It's a fresh start for both of these clubs. Here we go, week 1 of the NFL preseason. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and, Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career out of playing in the NFL. And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
On the bootleg, it's Nix. He'll take a shot with Mims and will move this ball way down into the red zone inside the 20-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. 39 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. A run with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down. Do we have a chance for the first points of this game as they set up 1st and goal?
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown.
Dobbins. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead. But instead, they go backwards.
The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. The Niners have got it. He's to the 40. Still going. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Here's Greg Joseph for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. Out now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice placed for the drive to start. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Let's see if they can bounce back from the early mistake. That fumble a moment ago returned for a touchdown. The offense gets it back, 1st and 10. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract for the 4th-year man out of Iowa State.
There's so much conversation around the NFL, Mike, about the importance of these preseason games, and while the final score certainly doesn't matter, there is the evaluation of your roster, your personnel. You can't replicate these live reps and simulate them in practice, so these are your moments. Go out, play fast, play confident, build those reps that you need so when the regular season comes around,
in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Give them 27, and it's 1st and goal.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, then on 3rd down in critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Purdy now on 2nd down. And he's in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. Here's Joseph now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Out now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll give it to Dobbins. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Nix. Moving outside the pocket. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Open man, left side, he's got it. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down. We are through 1. 14-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Rather shotgun. It's Stidham. He'll get this complete to Trent Sherfield. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing is Stidham. There's a screen from McLaughlin. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This a 42-yard attempt.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
They'll They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Garendo. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw is Jones. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on 3rd down. They'll go with the sneak. He's going to have a Niners first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Now, receiver coming around. He's got the pop pass. And much more room to run on this one. Pickup of 8, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
Jones going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a first down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Jones. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. That is brought in. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Automatic first down.
The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face 1st and goal. A run with Garendo. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. That's going to move him closer, but you're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Third and goal.
Let's go.
Working from the gun. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
You can tell what the decision is about how they want to approach 4th down by what they call on 3rd down. If that was a run play, then you can bet they were going to go for it on 4th. But because it was a pass, and then they take a sack, I think this coach on 4th down is leaning towards settling for 3.
Here comes Greg Joseph and the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. Joseph's kick is good. And the Niners is going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with 1st down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. That one complete to A.T. Perry. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the 2nd quarter clock.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
Second down and 3. Stidham. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On first down, here's Gorenda. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. So the key to these off-tackle style run plays, Mike, is you can't allow penetration. You cannot allow the defenders to get in your backfield because when they do, the play really has no chance and you end up going backwards.
That'll be taken in. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. It's good for a Niners first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll run. Here's Garenda. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
One more time, it's Garenda. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Gun, it's Jones. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Hodgins. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. It's going to be third. They need one. On the ground, it's Garenda. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down to the backfield on third and short.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
42-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the 49ers open it up a bit further. They now lead 20-0. All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. A return now from the 4. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Broncos offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. Open man, downfield, it's Franklin. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Throwing on first down, it's Stidham.
That play had sack written all over it. So that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 4. To throw, it's Stidham. Deep ball downfield for Sherfield. And this will be incomplete.
So at this stage of the game, Mike, that whole sideline, they're looking up at that scoreboard. They see the donut up there, and they're saying, we've got to get something going. You become a little desperate. You start pressing. In this case, they try to push something downfield. Deep pass, incomplete. Got to find a way to generate possessions while still searching for these big plays.
A gain of 5. First down, Denver.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly.
Oh, they're out of a flash, and he lost the football. And I think a Bronco player was able to get in there. He was. So Denver keeps possession of the football.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Stidham to throw. That's to the left side in the hands of Bryant. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Here's Stidham. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field. And this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. Guerrero. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
To the goal line and in. Kyle Juszczyk, touchdown, 49ers. That is a dream scenario. The offense hands the ball 1st and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Hey, Scott, thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Here's Stidham on 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. EA Sports back for more of the NFL preseason after this. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Stidham. High-headed defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Throwing is Stidham. Got a man, that's Sherfield. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Broncos. On the ground, McLaughlin. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A run now with McLaughlin. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 1. They'll run with the former Golden Dome, Audric Estime. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
A gain of a yard. 1st down, Denver.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught right side. It's Franklin. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Rather shotgun. It's Stidham. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Stidham. He pulls it in around the 5.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on 3rd down. Brings up 4th, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
Here it is on 4th down. And they are into the end zone for the 1st time today. Jaleel McLaughlin. Touchdown, Broncos. Will Lutz now for the PAT. His kick is good. Broncos are able to cut into the deficit.
27, Broncos 7. Will Lutz to kick off.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. A look there at Kyle Shanahan, his 49ers heading back onto the field. It's all gone according to plan here in this preseason opener, and look to finish things strong here in the 4th quarter. Here comes Garenda. Room to run at the 35. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that one first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
They'll motion a tight end right. They'll go again with Correndo. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Jones. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. On 4th down, the Niners send out the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. This brought in out past the 20. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Broncos offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Stidham. Deep ball downfield for Surefield. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is incomplete. We couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. And a few kneel down should come close to closing this one out, depending on whether or not the defense wants to use those 2 timeouts they have left. But it really would just prolong what seems to be inevitable. On the handoff, it's Correndo. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They'll send a tight end in motion. On 2nd down, a run with Correndo. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout. If they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Third down. Here's Guerrero. And they'll only get a couple on this one, so the defense holds, and it brings up fourth down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Here comes Greg Joseph and the field goal unit. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Niners add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. This one to the tight end, Troutman. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. You find yourself down big, it's the 4th quarter, there's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So the faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers. As they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
The players on your team earn some XP. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game.